I am Suzuki. I'd like to talk about the gene therapy for lower urinary tract dysfunction in mice with spinal cord injury. So we utilized replication deficient herpes simplex virus (HSV) vectors because they have a natural property allowing transfection to sensory pathways following peripheral inoculation, which could offer an organ-specific treatment, and investigated whether ivermectin-induced activation of double mutant glycine receptors delivered by HSV vectors driven by non-selective cytomegalovirus promoter to bladder afferent pathway improves storage and voiding dysfunctions in mice with spinal cord injury. We used adult female mice, and the spinal cord was completely transected. We prepared replication-deficient HSV vectors encoding double mutant glycine receptor driven by CMV and control HSV vectors encoding M-cherry marker protein driven by CMV promoter. 2 weeks after SCI, a total of 20 microliter suspension of CMV promoter GITM or CMV promoter control vectors into the bladder wall of each mouse. Then 2 weeks after HSV vector inoculation into the bladder wall, continuous and single filling cytometogram CMG were recorded under an awake condition to evaluate non-voiding contractions during the storage phase and voiding efficiency during the voiding phase, before and after administration of ivermectin or BIC. SCI mice were divided into these 4 groups. In the CMVP G2M ivermectin IV group, the number of non-voiding contractions was significantly decreased after ivermectin administration. However, in other 3 groups, non-voiding contractions were not significantly decreased after ivermectin or vehicle administration. The graph shows non-voiding contractions before and after administration of ivermectin or vehicle in SCI mice inoculated with cytomegalovirus promoter G2M or CMV control vectors. The number of non-voiding contractions before the administration of ivermectin or vehicle is taken as 1.0. Voiding efficiency was also significantly improved in the cytomegalovirus G2M ivermectin IV group after ivermectin administration compared to other 3 groups. So, in conclusion, gene therapy with replication deficient herpes simplex virus vectors encoding ivermectin-sensitive mutant glycine receptors with exogenous ligand application could be a novel druggable treatment that can avoid systemic adverse events for neurogenic lower urinary tract dysfunction associated with SCI. Thank you for attention.
Thank you, very nice study. Maybe I didn't understand. So do you think that with this therapy, you can improve ORB, but at the same time maintain the voiding phase?
Voiding phase, maybe to affect adult fibers, it improves DSD and the voiding efficiency is improved.
Question?
Tony Kanai from University of Pittsburgh. I suspect this has an effect on treating or dampening sensitized afferent nerves. Have you seen any effects on micromotion, which occurs with spinal cord injury?
Sorry, again,
Have you seen any effect on micromotion,
micromotion.
spontaneous activity?
Bladder wall movements, small bladder wall movement, are these affected by your treatment?
So may I join that discussion? So I'm a co-author of this paper, but so we haven't looked at micromotion or any type of that bladder intrinsic activity. We're just measuring CMG and non-bending contraction, which is C fiber dependent. So maybe, but probably this virus treatment is actually go through the afferent nerves, but probably not much onto that reduce the muscle intrinsic activity. So.
Irina Zabarova, University of Pittsburgh. Have you looked at the bladders after the CMGs? Did you excise them and look at their sizes or histology? Did they, 2 weeks after spinal cord injury, I would expect the bladder normally to be really big because of the retention. Did it improve?
I didn't confirm in this study.
You didn't do that? Because I was wondering how, if you're improving voiding, then it means that the bladder is not over-distended, and it may beneficially affect the bladder wall structure. However, I wonder how damaging are the actual injections, and if that...
I don't know, sorry.
Yes, it'd be interesting to see a little bit of histological follow-up and mechanism insight as well.
May I join again?
Just quickly though.
Just this is actually virus treatment, actually chronic ones, 2 weeks. But this treatment with ivermectin, which activates this mutant receptor, is just a one time. So this acute effect. So probably not much change onto that histological change yet. But we have another paper tomorrow, which has that 7 days treatment for kind of chronic treatment by ivermectin to activate these mutant receptors. Probably this case may have some histology data.
Super. Work in progress. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next.